This is Capital on the Quay shopping centre, and it's time for a lift tour. Capital on the Quay is a shopping centre on Lambton Quay in the centre of Wellington CBD and is built at the base of several tower blocks and office buildings. It is also a point of access up to the terrace, which is a road that sits about 7 or 8 stories above Lambton Quay on the side of a hill. Starting at the southern end of the shopping centre and going into the first lifts, which are the lifts that go up to the Novotel Tower. These lifts are some awesome 70s Otis Lexan lifts, but they're a bit weird with the floors. Both lifts serve levels 1 and 2, which is the shopping centre, and then level 8, which is the terrace and car park, and then they also both serve level 9, which is Novotel. But the left lift does not serve level 6 and 7, which is also part of the car park. But the lift on the right does serve level 6 and 7. Rather odd, for odd as these two lifts are part of the same set, so why they couldn't make it so that both lifts stop at these floors, I've got no idea. Outside the lifts there are actually 2 call buttons. There's a normal set of call buttons which just calls any one of the 2 lifts, and it's potluck as to which one you get. And then there is an extra call button which just calls the right hand lift for people who want to go to the car park. Bit of a stupid setup if you ask me. These are the Novotel and car park lifts at Capital on the Quay shopping centre. Some 70s lifts. Now look at these. Notice that the right lift serves more floors than the left. So in order to access the car park levels, you have to press this button for the car park lift. And just to go up normally you press this button. We'll take this one. Go up to the terrace. Original Otis Lexan from the 1970s. Terrace is up there, mate.
Yeah, I want to go up there.
Okay.
Thank you, Ray.
Right, goods and service, extra buttons. We'll try and call the car park lift, shall we? Now, pressing this button, not those buttons, will only call the lift that serves the car park levels. Why they don't both so I don't know. Look how really tall these lifts are. I mean, I'm a tall guy, but this is very tall. Beaky doors. I mean, I can't even reach the top of the lift doors, and that's saying something. Here it is. Looks exactly the same as the other one, but serves more floors. Yeah, down to 1. Here's your emergency phone. Can of drink in there. Old phone. I think these are still maintained by Otis. 2, 1, and here we are back at 1. There it goes. And that's it. And now to where the escalators used to be, just south of these lifts. But sadly, they've been ripped out. They're doing some kind of refurbishment or whatever the hell they're doing to this part of the shopping centre, and the escalators have now gone. So instead, let's move on into the main part of the shopping centre where the atrium is, and to the lifts at the back. These lifts used to be some awesome Quay M-Series traction lifts until Otis fucked about with them and replaced the buttons. And now they just look, well, rather boring, really. Now these 2 lifts go from floors 1 through to 8, but level 1 is locked off. I'm not sure why. I think level 1 is a service area in this part of the shopping centre. And then levels 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7 are all part of an office building and are all locked off, which means that the only floors though that it's possible to take these lifts to are level 2, which is the shopping centre, and level 8, which is the terrace. What is interesting about these lifts is that the lifts are both a set, but they've got a different setup. The lift on the right just looks like a normal lift and just has normal centre open doors. But the lift on the left for some reason uses 2-speed doors. Not sure why Quay decided to make the lifts like this. It's rather weird. These are our lifts that go up to the terrace at Capital on the Quay shopping centre. Can't actually go down to one in these lifts. Now this one has a 2-speed door. This one is regular doors. They were Quay M series lifts. They've been modernised by Otis. And we're taking this one first. 8 is the terrace. 2 and 8 are the only floors in these lifts that are unlocked. Oh, these lifts sound awesome. The candle looks original. I'm going to send that lift down to 2 and try and call the other one. Although that's also just gone down to 2. Hopefully the right one will come up. Yes! And here's the right hand lift. Normal doors. Again, it's got the original cab. Oops, wrong button. So yeah, one's locked. Also an epic motor. We are at 2. And now into the escalators in the middle of the shopping centre. I don't film escalators very often, but I decided to film these ones today as there's some really nice old Quay O&K escalators. Don't usually do escalators, but thought I'd make an exception with some old Quay O&K escalators. Very nice mall Capital on the Quay. It's only small, but still nice. This is how people who work in that building get in here. They come in, they go up the escalators and then into the lifts at the back. So they are. Quay put that badge in upside down, look. And now to the lift on the other side of the atrium, which is the glass lift. This lift also serves all levels 1 through to 8, and I believe that all of the floors are unlocked in this lift. I'm not sure. I know that levels 1, 2 and 8 are all unlocked, and this lift is so bloody busy. I just could not get this lift to myself, as there are people using it all the time. It's like one of the main lifts between Lambton Quay and the terrace in the centre of the city, and there's just always people using it. And here we are at my favourite lift at Capital on the Quay, the glass lift. The glass one. Take it up to terrace level, and we'll look out the window. Might stop on 2 for the upper mall. Nope. Nice. We are at the terrace. We are at the terrace. Oops. Where you want to go?
Ground, please. Thank you.
1 for him. I'm going to 2. Oh, someone else wants to come in.
Hello, mate. That's worth the run. Doesn't have to go in by lunch.
And we'll watch the numbers going down.
Are you a technician? Right.
Enthusiast.
Oh, okay. It's just waiting for the lift to break down because it's been repaired recently. That's all.
Oh, that's good too. Well, you've got Otis doing the maintenance, so they'll do a good job.
Yeah.
Here we are. 2. And now to the next lifts. Now these lifts are part of an office tower, and they go from level 2 up to level 7. 7, as in these lifts, level 7 is access to the terrace rather than level 8. 8. Now floors 3, 4, 5 and 6 are all locked off, so you can only go between shopping level and terrace level. Oh, these lifts are some nice old express lifts, but those bastards from Schindler have replaced the buttons with shitty Dewhurst. But fortunately the lifts have still got their nice old express bells. We're at Capital on the Quay Mall, and here are yet more lifts that go to the terrace. They're express lifts. They've had a generic mod by Schindler. Nice express bell. Cab's been refurbished. Now up to level 7, which is the terrace. Floor numbering is a bit different for this building. All the floor indicators have been repaired. That was broken last time. Still got the original express indicators, which I like. We'll go back to 2. Dewhurst buttons. Refurbished cab. Sounds like the original motor. Yeah, this is a different building. Floors 3 through 6 are offices. And here we are back at Capital on the Quay Shopping Centre. Let's hear that bell one more time, eh? Awesome. Got the original express bell. There it goes. Doors look like they've been replaced with triangle key. Yep, they have. Unless they're 80s lifts, which would explain it. That's it. And now into Wickles, and there are some Otis escalators in Wickles? Fail. I mean, there are some Otis escalators in Wickles, but I didn't film these. So now into the lift in Wickles. The lift here The lift in Wickles is a 70s Otis lift, which has been fucked about with by Otis. And now uses shit Dewhurst buttons. And this lift gets the floor numbering wrong, as it calls the floors ground 1, 2, 3 and 4 when there should be 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So nice job there, Otis. But only levels ground and 1 are unlocked in these lifts, as those are the Wickles levels. All of the other levels are all staff only levels. This is the lift in Wickles at Capital on the Quay. Oh wow, service area. V-key. It's an old Otis lift, I think, that's been modernised. No public access to 4, 3 or 2. Dewhurst buttons. That sounds awful. Door motor does not sound good. We were at Otis lift. Cab is original. Quite grotty, I think is the word. And here we are back at ground. That's it. Now, going all the way back up to the southern end of the shopping centre, past the lifts to Novotel, and down to the vintage Otis service lift. But I did not manage to ride this lift, as when I went this time, the doors to get there were locked. But I probably wouldn't have ridden this lift anyway, because according to some people, that old Otis breaks down all the time, and I really don't want to get stuck in that lift, especially as I'm not supposed to ride it. So I kind of felt like I should give this one a miss, which is a real shame, as it's a nice vintage Otis. And now into the last lifts, which don't quite appear on the map here. Now it used to be possible to walk from Capital on the Quay through a set of doors into McDonalds, but it's no longer possible to do this. Now there is an office tower above McDonalds which has some awesome old 70s Otis Lex lifts, but they're locked off. I just cannot get into these 70s Otis lifts. Ah well, never mind, and that is the end of the lift tour.